As far as I can go, rest assured the way will lead me far from home. Let's sail this world, the water beneath me is so clean, is so me, is so pristine, splashing over me. Let's sail this world, the water beneath me is so
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in.
I'm treading slowly on this talk.
Hello everybody, and welcome. This is HackerFrogs, and I am the Shy Hat. Alright, so today we had to change our schedule a little bit from what we were planning to do today. We were originally planning to do Hack the Box, the lame machine, but true to its word, the lame machine has decided to be lame, and it is no longer free. And since I don't have a subscription to Hack the Box, I no longer have access to the machine, so we are not doing that machine tonight. But that's okay, because we're going to be doing some HackMyVM.eu instead. Alright, so let me introduce to you what machine we're exactly going to be hacking tonight, and we're going to be doing it live. I've never taken a look at this this machine that we're planning to do, so please look forward to that, okay? So let me just grab my username and password. Of course, I am Shy Hat, and I need to input my password. Let me grab that from my password manager. Okay, I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to paste in the password, sign in. Okay, so we're going to be doing the following machine over at HackMyVM.eu, and it's going to be the Twisted machine. So this is the machine. It is called Twisted. And if you want to join in, you can go ahead and access this machine as well. I am providing the link to it in the chat. Okay. So we're going to be going through this slow because I haven't seen this one before. So we're going to try to see if we can root this machine in one sitting, and we'll see how long exactly that takes. So let's first. So I've already taken the liberty of downloading the machine, and it says no, it's an easy one tested on VBox, so that doesn't exactly help too much, but we know that the name of this box is Twisted. We'll just need to keep that in mind while we work through it, okay? So I've already downloaded the virtual machine, and I've installed it on VirtualBox, and I have it running just over here. So because this box and my Kali Linux virtual machine is running on the same network, I can take a look on this is NetDiscover, and NetDiscover, it doesn't look like I've found the machine yet. I suspect that this one is going to be on 10.0.2.17 or 18 if we're going by in numerical order. So let me go ahead and see if I can ping that machine. So we're going to do 10.0.2.18. So it looks like it's not 18. Let's see if it's 17. It doesn't seem to be 17 either. Let's try 16. I think our address is 16, but let me check really quick with ifconfig. Okay, so we're 2.15. So let's try 16. Okay, so those are not it. Maybe it's number 3. So we'll try number 3 and see if that works. Okay, so there's definitely a device on that IP address. Let's try our Nmap scan. So my first Nmap scan is always going to be kind of like this. Okay. So it says host seems down. Okay, let's try it with the -pn flag. Okay, so let's try 19. Okay, so this is the correct address was 19. So we've got 2 ports running on this machine. Eventually, okay, now it decides to pick up that there's a machine on 2.19. All right. Typical. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here, and we're going to take a look at the Nmap scan. So the Nmap scan found 2 ports. So there's port 80 that is running HTTP, and then there is port 2222. I don't know what that typically runs, but it says Ethernet IP-1. Interesting. So we're going to run another Nmap scan against this machine. This time we're going to specify the ports. So it's going to be 80 and it's going to be 2222. And then we're going to include SC and SV, these two flags right here. And what these are going to do are they're going to run common scripts against these ports, and they're also going to get the version information about these ports. Okay, so let's run that. This should come back pretty quickly. All right, so let's see what we're dealing with. So we've got in Nginx server, and site doesn't have a title. Okay, that's great. We have our Nginx version over here. We might investigate the version if we don't have any other leads a little bit later. And then we have port 2222, which is reportedly running SSH. So the SSH port is not on 22. Instead, it's on this one right here, quad 2. Okay, so let me. So I'm going to be taking some notes while I'm working through this machine. So first of all, so Nmap results, port 80 and 2222. Okay, so 2222 equals SSH. We don't know quite yet. Port 80 is going to be the HTTP server. Okay, so let's go through how I typically work through these machines. First of all, I see that there is a web page. There's a server on port 80. So what I like to do is I like to run nicto. So it's going to be nicto. So the nicto is a web app scanner, web app vulnerability scanner, and it's a quite an old tool, but I like to run it because it can pick up some low-hanging fruit, which I'm happy to gobble up. So let's run that. So we've got Nginx, this version right here. Okay, no CGI directories. That's great. Another thing we could try is we could try directly going to the website itself and then doing some manual enumeration of that of the website. Okay, so it seems that this seems to come up almost every time I run nicto these days, and I don't think it actually means anything. So that's something to keep in mind. So nicto really didn't get anything. That's fine, no problem. Let's try running some GoBuster. So I'm going to run GoBuster with my standard options over here. So GoBuster directory busting with 4 threads at this URL right here. Extensions, I'm going to do TXT, I'm going to do PHP, and I'm going to do HTML. Anything else I should do? Not sure right now. And then we're going to run the standard word list over here. I'm going to let this run, and then I'm going to manually enumerate the website. So over in Firefox over here, let's manually navigate to the site. Oh, okay. So it says, okay, so I love cats, but I prefer one because it seems different. Okay. This seems like it's going to be very CTF. Anyways, let's take a look at the source code. Okay, so we've got 2 images. We've got cat original, and we've got cat hidden. Cat original, cat hidden. These are the 2 sources for the images that we saw on the website. Okay. I'm almost okay, let's take a look at this one in a different tab, and we'll take a look at this one in a different tab as well. So we've got our cat original, and that's a big kitty image over here, and we've got our cat hidden, and supposedly this one is different from this one. It looks like we might have to download these files and compare them. All right. So I'm going to save the image as, and we're going to save it to our temp directory. Let's find our temp directory. Okay. So let's save it to temp. Save that guy. And that was the original, and then this one over here. So we're going to save the image. Cat original, this is cat hidden. Save that one as well. Okay, I really hope that this isn't some sort of steganography stuff, because I don't like doing steganography very much. But if it is actually that, then it's going to take a little while, because I have to teach myself how to do steganography almost every time I touch the subject. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. So other than that, let's see if we discovered any other. So it doesn't look like we discovered any other files on the system, but we have some JPEGs. So these are. Let me navigate to the TMP directory where we saved. So JPEG files, JPG. Maybe I should try scanning for JPG files on the web server. So we're going to look for the file extension JPG, and we're going to run this GoBuster command one more time and see if we can find anything interesting here. Okay, so in the meantime, we can navigate to the temp directory and take a look at these files over here. So maybe we can use strings on these on these files. So we're going to do strings cat original.jpg, and we're going to grab strings of 10 characters in length or more. Oh, no, we have to spell it correctly. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe we need to put the... Okay, so typical JPEG stuff. Doesn't look like... Let's look at the hidden one now. Okay, so So the two files differ in file size. So the cat hidden.jpg file is slightly larger than the cat original.jpg file, so that leads me to believe that there's some sort of hidden information in here. So maybe we can look at the file using xxd cat hidden.jpg. Oh, let's pipe that into head. Okay, so it says so this looks like the header for a standard JPEG file. Not that I know too much about that, but let's see if this looks different in. Whoops. Let's see if this looks different if we're looking at the original. Okay, so the beginning of the image seems to be completely the same. So let me look up how to do steganography one more time. So we use strings, and we didn't seem to find anything in there. And we tried taking a look at the byte version of these two files, and they don't seem to they seem to be similar, at least at the beginning. So let's try some steganography stuff. Let me look up how to do that one more time. Cat. Okay, so I like to use the HackTricks website and steganography. Okay, steganography tricks, HackTricks, audio steganography. Let's take a look. We've got our stego tricks, extracting data from files, binwalk. Okay, so let's see if. Okay, all right. So binwalk, we could try using binwalk to see if there are any extractable files inside of this inside of these images. All right. So let's go back. So we're going to binwalk cat hidden.jpg. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything there are any embedded files inside of this image. Of course, I could always try to force. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything hidden inside of this JPEG file. Anything right, embedded anyways. So let's go back to the page over here. So we've got foremost as well. I don't think we're going to be using foremost. EXIF tool shows the metadata. Oh, EXIF tool, right. Okay, so let's do EXIF tool. And EXIF tool is going to let us see the EXIF data for a particular image file. So let's just do the original cat file first. Okay, so nothing super interesting about this set of information. Let's try it with the hidden one this time. Okay, seems about the same. Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper into the steganography rabbit hole. So we've got strings. We've already tried strings. So this one over here is the CMP command. I've never tried using this before. I wonder if we have it installed. So let's take a look and see if it's installed. So it is installed on Kali. Okay, so let's try that. How do we do it? So original JPEG and then stego JPEG and then -b-l. Okay. So let's try this command, and we'll sub out all of the relevant information. So we've got cat original, cat-original, and we have cat-hidden. Okay. So before we do this, I'm going to ask ChatGPT what these two flags do, because I've never used the CMP command before. So I'm just going to copy this, and we're going to ask ChatGPT what exactly these flags do. So over here, let's close this. What does this command do? Paste in the command. Okay, so the command breakdown is as follows. CMP command compares two files byte by byte. Cat original, cat, these are the two files being compared. -B, this option tells CMP to output the differing bytes in octal along with the differing byte values in both files. -L, this option provides a detailed listing of all differing byte numbers along with their values in both files. Okay, what the command does. The command compares the two files, cat original and cat hidden.jpg, byte by byte. If there are differences, it will output differing byte positions in the files along with their values in octal. Okay. So octal, I wonder why we're using octal. So why are we providing differing bytes in octal instead of hexadecimal? Okay, using octal instead of hexadecimal for displaying different bytes in the CMP command is more of a traditional choice that dates back to the early days of Unix, where octal representation was commonly used, particularly in low-level system programming. Okay. Okay. Why hexadecimal is more common today? Readability. Hexadecimal is often preferred today because it aligns well with byte boundaries, making it easier to read and interpret, especially when dealing with memory addresses, data dumps, and binary files. Wider adoption. Okay. Using hexadecimal instead. If you prefer to see the differences in hexadecimal, you can use a different tool such as XD, hexdump, or diff with the -X option, depending on specific needs. Okay, this will provide accessible dump of the files, allowing you to compare them in a format that might be more familiar or easier to interpret. Well, let's try the command as suggested first. Okay, so we're going to run this. That's a lot of differences. So I'm not exactly sure how to interpret this. Okay, so I think we might be moving on. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other stego tricks. So extracting hidden data in text, hidden data in spaces. Invisible characters and seemingly empty spaces may hide information. Okay, so extracting data from images. Graphic magic serves to determine image file types and identify potential corruption. Steg hide facilitates hiding data within JPEG, BMP, WAV, and AU files. Okay, so I've used steg hide before, so maybe we can try it for this file over here. So let's try that. So let's try steg hide. We're going to copy this, and then we're going to go over to, and for file, we'll provide the cat hidden file. Steg hide is not found. Oh, we haven't installed it. Okay. So, all right. So let's install it. Okay. So sudo apt install steg hide. Okay, it's saying that we need to use this much additional disk space. Okay, we're going to continue. And we're downloading StegHide right now. So I think, I really hope this is steganography stuff, because if I spend a lot of time on a wild goose chase, it's not going to be too fun for me. Anyways, StegHide. Okay, try to get information about embedded data. We're going to say yes. Enter passphrase. Could not extract any data without the passphrase. Okay, so what could the passphrase be? So this challenge is called Twisted. And let's see, on the web page over here, I prefer this one because it seems different. So the word different could be the passphrase. Otherwise, what we could do is see if we can extract hashes using John the Ripper or another similar tool. I haven't done that before on a JPEG file, so I don't know exactly how that would go, but I can always look it up. Okay, so we're gonna try. Whoops. We're going to try the word different. Let me try that. D-I. Okay, so it's not different. So this challenge is called Twisted. We could try Twisted. And I could try Twisted. Okay, so that just for reference, I'm going to try using this with the original. Oh, I need to spell original correctly. Original. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. So it's also going to ask for a passphrase. But, so I'm not sure what passphrase there is, if any. So I'm going to take a look at, I'm going to do a little bit of research online. Let's try asking ChatGPT. I'm doing a CTF challenge, and I want to try using the StegHide command to see if there is hidden data in a JPEG file. The command asks for a passphrase, but I don't know what it is. Could I use a program like John the Ripper to determine what the passphrase is? Okay, so we've got an option here, using John the Ripper directly with the StegHide to John tool. If you have a version of John the Ripper that includes the StegHide to John tool, you can use it to extract the hash and then crack it. So first we need to extract the hash. So StegHide to John, your image, hash, okay? And then we would run John the Ripper on the hash. Okay, so let's see if we have this tool, StegHide to John. So StegHide to John. So there is definitely the SSH to John. So this is installed. So which SSH to John? So it's installed in here, but where do we find, what is it called again? Stag hide to John. So let's see if it's somewhere in the file system. Stag hide to John. Does not exist. Let's try using the find command. So if we can't find it on our Kali system, what we could try is we could try looking on and seeing if they have this particular file available on GitHub somewhere or from some other location. So if you have a version that includes the stag hide to John tool, okay. So let's Google search for this. Stag hide to John. Stag hide. We're looking for stag hide to John. Does this not exist? John the Ripper. Does this not exist? Have I been bamboozled? Have I been tricked by ChatGPT? Let me okay, let's just do a Google search on this first. John the Ripper and stag hide. Okay, stag hide Linux steganography. How to get passphrase. Okay, so let's take a look at this this Reddit thread. Okay, I'm on Parrot Linux and I have an image that is hidden steganographic inside. I need to decode it in stag hide with the Parrot terminal. I also know that I will find out what the hidden steganographic data that will be extracted to a TXT file with the command this. The question is, using a command that stag hide provides, how would I get the passphrase? That's my question. Okay. So we've got some answers. Let's take a look. The seed you have provided is a random seed used to generate passphrase. It does not mean anything in particular. Okay. In order to get the passphrase, you'll need to brute force techniques or guess possible passphrases. You can use tools such as John the Ripper to do this. Alternatively, okay. I've used rocku.txt with stagseek. I was told my teacher it is something in stag hide that I need to do. Let's see. First thing I do is run strings. Okay. Then I tried to use stagcracker/stagsolve, brute force with rocku.txt, and then I tried to carve out anything with it with binwalk. Okay. Failing that, I'd upload the image to aparisolve.com for it to run a myriad of stag tools. If I still don't have anything, I'd run it through stag veritas and pray. All right. So let's see. Network Chuck has a video that demos this exactly. Yes, I've seen it. They have the passphrase though. I'd use stagseek to brute force it. It uses the rocku word list. If that's going to take forever, then I'd look for more clues on the passphrase. Stagseek. All right, I could look up that tool. I'm pretty sure that this doesn't come installed on Kali Linux. Stagseek. Stagseek. So let's try installing it. So steg seek. So let's see if we can install this. Okay, so did we? Okay, so it's installed now. All right. Okay, so how do we use steg-seek? Let's take a look at the thread. Steg hide. This is the steg hide command. Let's ask ChatGPT if it knows how to use steg-seek. Okay. Using the steg-seek tool, how do we run it on a image, on a digital picture file? Okay, so install it. Okay, we did that. Run steg-seek. Okay, run it. So I guess by default, steg-seek uses its built-in word list to attempt to crack the passphrase. If you have a specific word list, you can specify it with the -w option. Okay, so let's try running this with the RockU word list. So steg-seek. All right, let's try this. Steg-seek, and then it's cat hidden.jpg, and it's -w, and then we're going to provide the path to rocky.txt, user share word lists rocku.txt. Okay, so let's run this. Oh, it doesn't. Is that not the? Okay, let's take a look at. Okay, so we don't need to use. It's not -w. It's just the second argument. Okay. Huh, that was fast. Okay, so it found something. So found passphrase sexy mama, original file name mateo.txt, extracted to cathidden.jpg.out. Sexy. Okay, so it was steganography. Great. Okay, so let's try extracting. Let's try extracting this using steg hide. Steg hide. And it is the hidden.jpg. Okay, try to get information about embedded data. Yes. So it's sexy mama. Okay, embedded file mateo.txt. And let's take a look. Okay, so it didn't. I tried to get information about it. So that didn't actually extract the file. Okay, so let's ask and see what command we use to extract a file. So using steg hide, how do we extract a file? If you want to specify, okay, so we don't need to specify the extracted file name. So we just need to do steg hide extract sf, and then the name of the file. Okay, let's do that. Okay, copy this. Okay, and then it's going to be cat hidden.jpg. The passphrase is sexy mama. Wrote extracted data to mateo.txt. Let's see if it's here. It is here, mateo.txt. So mateo.txt is a potential username because it kind of sounds like one. But this is my password. Okay, great. All right, so we've got a username and we have a password. Let's try to log in using SSH. So it's going to be SSH Mateo at 10.0.2.19. Oh, wait, we have to specify a port. So the port is 2222, which we discovered in the nmap portion of our enumeration. Okay, do we want to continue connecting? The answer is yes. The password is, this is my password. Okay, we're in. Okay, so we need to celebrate with this, redeem. Oh, I guess we can just celebrate with Hack the Planet.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet! Shut up and get it.
All right, so we're in. So the first thing we need to do is we need to determine what sudo permissions this user has. So we could do that with sudo-l. Sudo is not found, so obviously we do not have sudo permissions on this box. All right, so let's take a look at what is exactly on this user's home directory. So there's just a note.txt. Let's cat note.txt. And then, oh no, more steganography. Don't do this to me. Okay, all right. So there's a WAV file, okay. Let's take a look at the permissions on this file. go.wav. Okay, so it belongs to the www data. So we could probably download this directly with our web browser, since it looks like it's in the web directory. So let's do that. So over on the browser, we'll navigate to go.wav. So this downloads the file. So I'm going to show it in the folder. It's in the downloads directory, but I want to put it in the temp directory because I don't want to have this mingling along with my other stuff. So I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to navigate to temp. And then I'm going to paste it in here. So right-click paste. Okay. So we now have this file right here. So let's take a look at the let's do an examination of that file. Oh, so it wouldn't be this. So over here, this is the Kali tab. Okay. So go.wav. Let's so I don't think xftool is going to work with this. Oh, okay. So it does work. It's got some metadata. All right. This doesn't exactly help us too much. Let's run strings on it. Okay, let's run strings with a slightly larger filter. So, okay. This doesn't exactly tell us very much. Okay, so we've got more steganography tricks over here. zsteg, we've got Stego Veritas and stegsolve. All right, so before we move any further, I'm going to start filling up my notes. And I've got my notes over here. And let's write about what we've discovered so far. Okay, so what did we do? So we discovered on the web page there are 2 cat pictures, and the hidden cat picture has steganography data inside of it. So we're going to note which tools and which what commands we ran on these files to get what we got. So first we used steg_seek to brute force the passphrase from the file, and that was steg_seek, and then it was cat-hidden.jpg, and then we provided the user share word lists rocku.txt. This was the command we used. Okay, and then we use steghide, and what was the, let me take a look at so we use this command to extract the file. Oh, but first, steg_seek was able to determine that the passphrase is sexy mama. Okay, then steghide extract SF, I think it's SF. Yeah, so it's SF and then the name of the file, cat-hidden.jpg. So from there we got the file mateo.txt. Inside of that file was the password. This is my password. Combining the potential username and password, we log into the server using SSH. Okay, and then let's so it's Mateo at IP address, and then we specify port 2222 and password is, this is my password. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is what we have so far, but we also found something else, right? So in the Mateo user's home directory was a note with the file path for a .wav file, go.wav. We download the file with our web browser, then investigate more steg stuff. Okay, so we're here. We're looking at more steg stuff with the go.wav file. So this one right here. So I'm going to look and see if there's there is a program that lets you take a look at audio steganography. So FFT for hidden content detection. StegPy for audio and image files. StegPy allows embedding information into image and audio files, supporting formats like PNG, BMP, GIF, WebP, and WAV. It's available on GitHub. StegPy. All right, so we can take a look at StegPy. Extracting data from audio. Audio steganography offers a unique method to conceal information within sound files. Different tools are utilized for embedding or retrieving hidden content. So steghide can also be used for WAV. Interesting. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT if using steghide with audio files is any different. Really, it probably isn't. How do we use steghide with .wav files? Okay, so there's the embed option to hide information inside the .wav file. You know what? Before we do this, I'm going to try using binwalk on this file to see if there are any embedded files inside of this one. So it doesn't detect anything, so I guess that's a no-go. All right. So steghide embed, this is to embed, okay? So extracting data from a .wav file. Steghide extract. Okay, so it looks like it's very similar to finding it with a JPEG file. Okay, so let's check it out. So let's do steghide. Steghide info. Go. Okay. It wants a passphrase. It's probably not going to be the same passphrase. Okay, so we're gonna run stegseek again. Stegseek. And then it is go.wav, and then the file path for the rocky file. Okay, so user share word lists rocku.txt. Okay, so stegseek was not able to. You know what we could do? We could try the passphrase that is the password for our current user. So let's try this. And the current user's password is "this is my password." Okay, and that's not it. Let's try the name of the user. So Mateo. And let's try twisted. Okay, so steghide, maybe that's not the tool that we want to use. Let's take a look at so steghide, maybe not the tool we want to use. Let's wavsteg. Wavsteg excels in concealing and extracting data within WAV files using the least significant bit strategy. It is accessible on GitHub. Commands include this. Deep sound allows for the encryption and detection of information within sound files using AES 256. Sonic Visualizer. So Sonic Visualizer, an invaluable tool for visualizing and analytical expansion of audio files. Sonic Visualizer can unveil hidden elements undetectable by other means. Visit the official website for more. So Sonic Visualizer. So we could try Sonic Visualizer, okay? Sonic Visualizer. Sonic Visualizer. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT. How do we use Sonic Visualizer to inspect .wav files? Okay, so first we need to install it. Okay. It's spelled with an S. Okay, sure. So open a file. All right. Load the file. Inspect spectrogram view. Okay, so we use this command over here to install Sonic Visualizer. Let's try it out. Sudo apt install. Oh, how do you spell that again? Sudo apt get install Sonic-Visualizer. Sonic Visualizer. Package Sonic Visualizer is not available. Okay. Let's see if I can use package Sonic Visualizer is not available but is referred to by another package. This may mean the package is missing, has been obsoleted, or is only available from another source. So how do we install this program? So we can probably go over to, we can probably search it up. So this is going to be Sonic Visualizer tool. Okay. So where is the download? So we can probably download it here. And there is for Linux any 64-bit. Okay. Save the file, make it executable, run it. Okay, so we're going to download it. Okay, it's downloaded, so it is in our downloads folder. Let's go check it out. Okay, so it is right here. Let's make the file executable. And then let's execute it. Okay, sure. We're going to allow this. Okay, so what we can do is let's open up the file in question. And that's going to be in the temp directory. This one right here. Okay, so how do we use this program? Let's go read up on it. Okay, so let's take a look at the spectrogram view. To view the spectrogram, which shows the frequency content of audio over time, go over to pane, add spectrogram. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so where are we? So this is the window here. So pane, add spectrogram. I'm not sure how to interpret this. Let's see if we can get a tutorial on this from something like Google. Sonic Visualizer tutorial CTF steg. Okay, milkshake steganography challenge solution. Okay, so maybe this is similar to what we're dealing with right now. So we're going to open this up and take a look at the article. So if you haven't solved this challenge yet, okay, so we're only using this as a reference for the challenge we're doing right now. So let's take a look. Sonic Visualizer tool. Okay. So open up the audio file. It's going to look something like this. Sure. Add spectrogram channel 1. The second tool I've used to confirm this flag is spec, which can be used on Kali Linux. Spec. This is interesting. So go to pane, add spectrogram channel 1. Okay. So I'm going to take a look over here. So this doesn't look so the spectrogram, okay, so are there 3 channels here? So there's black, color green. I don't know if this really makes too much of a difference, but let's play around with this. Oh, that's pretty high contrast. Let's make this window a little bit bigger. So we can zoom in. I don't necessarily see anything super suspicious over here. We definitely don't immediately see any words. Okay, so let's take a look at another view. So we're going to look at the waveform. So the waveform here, so this view and this view are both waveform. So it doesn't necessarily show me anything. Maybe this is the wrong path to take for this particular challenge. Okay, but it's good to keep this in the back pocket, and just in case we won't come across any other audio steganography stuff. Let's go back up to the top over here. Stego tricks, extracting data. Okay, so bin walk, foremost, exif tool, strings, comparison, extracting hidden data in text, hidden data in spaces, graphic magic. Okay, steg hide, zsteg, steg veritas, steg pi. Steg pi allows the embedding information into image and audio files supporting formats like It's available on GitHub. Well, we could always, we've tried a bunch of other stuff, so let's try this one as well. So the GitHub page is over here, steg pi. So steg pi, hello world. Okay, so we're going to a program for encoding information into image and audio files through steganography. Any type of data can be encoded from raw strings to files as shown below. On the left, cat with the, okay. Oh, interesting. Steg pi, extracted using this right here. Data is encoded without any protection by default, but can be encrypted using the -p flag. Well, we can always try this one. Okay, so how do we install it? So there's a setup. Okay, so maybe supported dependencies installation. pip3 install steg pi. Seems easy enough. Okay. So back at our console, I'm going to close this out. Okay, so what was that? This command right here. pip3 install stegpy. Let's try it. Okay, this script stegpy is installed in this directory, which is not on path. Considering adding this directory to path, or so stegpy. So where is it? Find name stegpy.py. Is it stegpy.py? Stegpy. Okay, so let's try to find it. Okay, so let's run this. And how do we use it one more time? Let's take a look at the page. So stegpy, so how do we extract? So we use an underscore along with the name. Okay. So no such file or directory. Okay. Okay, it says no encoding info found. Okay, so extract it using this. Data is encoded without any protection by default. Stegpy. More options. So we weren't able to find anything using this program, stegpy. And we tried using Sonic Visualizer on it, and we didn't get anything through that method. So we have, let's do a little bit more exploring on the server, okay? So let's look for super user SUID binaries, okay? So what is the... So SUID binary find. Okay, so it's going to be find /perm u equals s, type f, and 2/dev null. Okay, so we've got these. So this seems pretty, but broot. there's a file called broot. There's a okay. Let's take a look at what other users are on the system. So there are two other users. There's Marcus and then there's Bonita. All right, so let's see if we can enter these user directories. Okay, we've got another node over here. Let's cat out that node. This is permission denied. Okay, so yeah, right, we can't read that. Okay, and let's go over to Bonita's. Bonita's directory here, and there's the broot SUID binary. And we have an SSH directory as well and a user.txt. Okay, so let's just grab user.txt so we can submit it later. Oh, we can't because it's owned by the Bonita user. Okay. Let's take a look at the SSH directory. Maybe there's a key in there. Let's. Oh, we can't enter that one. We can't enter that directory. Okay. But there is this broot. This broot binary file. But we can't run it because we have to be the Bonita user in order to run it. Okay, so let's take a look at what is in the web directory. So there's nothing super significant in the web directory, except for the go.wav file over here. All the other files we already have access to. Yep. Okay. So it looks like this. It looks like the this file right here is our only avenue to explore. So let me take a second look at the Marcus home directory really quick. And let's see if there is if we can read the etc shadow file. So the etc file shadow cannot be read by the likes of us. That's typical. So this might be the only way forward. I guess we can do a little bit more investigation on it. Go.wav. We've tried running strings and we've tried running xftool, and we're not sure if there's steg-seek. And when we ran steg-seek to determine if we could get a passphrase, we were not able to find any passphrase. So maybe I'm using the wrong password list. So I'm going to just run steg-seek by itself, and it'll run the default password list. And let's see if we can get a hit that way. Okay, so we couldn't find a password list that way either. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to proceed from here. Let me do a little bit of Googling. Steganography WAV file. Okay, StegoWAV. StegoWAV, okay, that could be something to explore. Let's take a look at this GitHub project. StegoWAV, a project exploring WAV steganography. It allows encoding text information in a WAV file via the CLI interface of the Python library. Okay, installation is like this. And these are the commands. For example, to encode the message my secret into a file, you would use this command over here. To decode the message from the file, add the decode flag. Okay. All right, so let's try downloading the file. I mean, installing this program right here. My music stopped. I'm going to play another playlist on the on my music app. Hold on. Maybe this one. Okay. That's some music, okay. All right, let's get on with it. So, okay, so first we need to clone the repository, sure. So let's do that. Okay, downloading. Okay, so it's downloaded. So the next thing we need to do to install this is to pip3 install requirements.txt. Okay, so we need to be in the directory with. So I just need to go into this directory here. Our requirements.txt file is here. We paste in the pip3 install command, and then we're getting error messages. Okay, so let's take a look at these error messages. Okay, so this seems to be stuck. I'm going to wait for about a minute or so, and if I don't see any progress, I'll just cancel out of this. So in the meantime, let's take a look at this page over here. Okay, so it would be nice if we could install this, but if we're not able to install this, I guess we're going to have to move on. Okay. So it looks like we're still stuck. Failed building wheel. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT about this particular error message. Okay, so over at, that's a bit loud. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so hello to ChatGPT. We were installing a Python program, or a Python program, and we ran across this error message. Typically occurs when you're trying to install a Python package and the build process for the wheel, a built package format for Python fails. This can happen for several reasons, often related to missing dependencies, compiler issues, or incorrect versions of libraries. Common causes and solutions, okay. Install the required dependencies. For example, you can install common build tools with these over here. If the package depends on a specific library, the error message or package documentation may specify which library is missing. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go over to the error message. Failed building wheel for simple audio. Simple audio. So is there a simple audio package for Python? Let's search that up. So simple audio package Python. Okay, the simple audio package provides cross-platform dependency-free audio playback capability for Python 3. Do we not have that installed? Okay, so let's figure out how to install this package. How do we install the Python simple audio package? Pip install simple audio. Okay. So I'm going to exit out of here, and I'm going to try downloading the simple audio package, or installing it rather. Could not build. This error originates from a subprocess and is likely not a problem with pip. Okay, so let's Then in Python shell, import sure. Okay. I wonder. So do we have both Python 2 and Python 3 on Kali Linux? So Python. So let's do Python -- version. So the default Python on Kali Linux is Python 3. Okay. So we can also, there's also Python 2 on Kali Linux, but we have to specify Python 2. So it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with the Python version, I don't think, as far as why we're not able to install this this package over here. So let's do a little Google search. So it's called Simple Audio Python install. Okay, so installation, make sure the pip command is the right one for your platform and Python version. Pip install simple audio. So let's go over to this page. Pip install simple audio. Make sure the pip command is the right one. So if pip doesn't work, am I supposed to be using pip 3? I'm a little bit confused about pip versus pip 3, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what is the difference between the pip and pip 3 commands? Commands pip and pip3 are both package managers for Python. They're used in different contexts. Okay. So pip, typically a version with Python 2. Oh, is this the problem? Pip3 specifically associated with Python 3.x. However, this distinction can vary on how Python is installed and configured on your system. On some systems, pip might refer to the package manager for Python 3. Particularly if Python 2 is not installed, or okay, so we have both Python 2 and Python 3 installed on this virtual machine, so we might have to use pip3. So let's do right. So we're going to do pip3 install simple audio and see if this works instead. So still does not work. Still doesn't work. The error originates from a subprocess and is likely not associated with pip. Okay. So error. Let's Defaulting to user installation because normal site package is not writable. Okay. Okay, so let's submit this to ChatGPT and see if it can come up with some sort of solution. Oh, somebody is in chat. Hello. It's Hexen. Hello. And let's welcome you in with some all the things. Redeem all the things.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo.
And welcome to the chat. It's Hexen. And any help, it would be greatly appreciated. You say try using Python 3.9. It was talking about something being deprecated and it showed 3.9. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so that's valid. Let me check my version. Okay, so Python tac version, and it says Python 3.12. Okay, so maybe we could try updating the version of Python, and then we could try again. So, okay, so right now I'm going to quickly look up how, so in Linux, how do we update our Python version without updating all the other packages? Okay, so sudo apt update, sudo apt install python 3.x. 3.x, replace it with the desired version like 3.10. Okay, so sudo apt update, sure. So I think in the newer version, a feature it used was deprecated, so maybe it's not in 3.11. Huh. That's funny. That's funny that we might have to install a an older version of Python to run this. Okay, well let's try it out. Thank you very much for your suggestion, it's Hexen. Very much appreciated. Okay, and then let's do sudo. What is it? Sudo apt install Python. Okay. .9. Okay, so let's try this. So Python unable to locate package 3.9, couldn't find any package by glob. Package Python is not available, is referred to another package. This means that the package is missing, obsoleted, or Well, let's ask ChatGPT specifically, and maybe it can help us. If we have a newer version of Python installed, but we want to use Python version 3.9, how do we do that? How do we do that? Okay. It's Hexen says, just copy the whole error even with the deprecated part into ChatGPT. Ah, okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this answer here. If, first verify where Python 3.9 is installed. So it's not installed. I don't think so. If you have multiple versions of Python installed, you can achieve this by specifying the version in your command. It's Hexen, so you ask, just copy the whole error even with the deprecated part. Okay, so let's go and retrieve that. So The virtual machine's acting kind of slow. Okay, so what was I doing when? So pip3 install. So this is the beginning of when I started to get the errors. So I tried to install this package from the requirements file over here. So the errors started appearing over here. So building wheel for vtext, okay. So Python 3 dist, okay. Deprecated installer, setup tools installer, patchags deprecated. So itsection says, no, the part that says Pi deprecated 3.9 when you tried to run the application. Okay, so let's go down. Are you talking about the audio, the simple audio? Are you talking about the simple audio package that we were trying to install? Oh, okay. This right here, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this snippet of the error code, and then I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if it can give me a suggestion on how to solve this. So thank you very much for pointing that out. It's Hexen. I I'm not usually playing around with installing a lot of Python packages, so this isn't something that that I'm super familiar with. So let's ask ChatGPT. So when trying to install a Python package, we encountered the following error message. This is a snippet. Okay, so let's go back up to the top here. The error message you encounter indicates a problem while compiling a Python package from source. Specifically, the issue seems to be related to the missing development libraries required for building the package. Okay, so missing header file, no such file or directory. The build process is trying to include this, okay, which is not found on your system. And then there's this compilation error. Indicates that the GCC compiler captured an error and failed to build the package due to the missing file. Steps to resolve the issue. Install required development libraries. Okay, so let's try doing this. So we updated pretty recently, so we don't need to do this, but we'll try installing this package right here. So I'm probably, you know, right after I finish installing this and I finish this challenge, I'm probably going to revert my VM because I've I've installed a lot of bloaty stuff while doing this this challenge over here. Anyways, so we're going to run this command, and we will install. Okay, so we installed that package. All right, let's go back to the instructions. This package contains development files needed to compile programs that use the ALSA. Okay. Ensure you have Python development headers. Okay. So the wonderful thing about VMs is that if for some reason I install all these packages on my system and it starts screwing up everything else, I can just revert to a snapshot. That's the great thing about VMs. Okay, so and then we're going to install simple audio. Sure, let's try this. So I'm going to do the pip3 version. Okay, so it was able to do it. Nice. Xaxon says, I use Windows Sandbox, but it's a Windows VM. Okay, sure. Sounds good, yeah. But all right, we were able to install simple audio. So let's try installing the original command again, the original program again, the package. So we're going to do pip install this program right here from the requirements.txt file. Try it again. And oh, we encountered another error. Okay, so let's take a look at this error. Okay, so this stream is turning into a installation nightmare kind of stream. Okay, so let's submit this. I feel like a real noob. I feel like a real noob having to ask ChatGPT for all the answers, but I'd much rather have the answers provided to me than not have the answers provided to me. We ran into another error. This is the error message snippet. Okay, so 8-bit boy VT100 says sometimes using virtual env solves this type of problem sometimes. It's Hexen says I use ChatGPT on all the time on AI things. Okay, understandable. I also ask ChatGPT for a lot of questions, for a lot of answers regarding like software stuff. So we submitted the snippet, and then it says the error message indicates that there was a problem building the wheel for the vex.gi package. Specifically, it seems that the build process expected egg metadata to be present, couldn't find it. Yeah, so metadata issue, sure. This right here. This error suggests that the build process is looking for specific metadata files, sure, okay. Possible solutions. Ensure that you have the latest versions of setup tools and wheel. So updating setup tools. So, okay, so let's install this. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to quit out of that, and then I'm going to use pip3 to make sure that we're getting the Python 3 version. So on the Kali machine, we've got Python 2 installed as well as Python 3, so I'm a bit worried that if we just use pip, then it's going to install for Python 2, which we don't want. So I'm going to use Python 3. Or pip3 rather. The script wheel is installed in this directory, which is not on the path. Considering adding this directory to the path. If you want to suppress this warning, error, we got more errors. Okay, so let's we have this, which is not compatible. Let's see. 8-bit boy says solve. I mean to say I don't get the error. So are you saying that you don't get the error because you're using the virtual environment? If so, you know, okay, so let's let's submit these error messages. Okay. And see what man, okay. Let's do this again. So install from source. If installing via wheel fails, okay, you can try installing the package from source. Use a different Python environment. Ah, okay. So I haven't encountered a lot of Python dependency nightmares in quite a while, but I'm getting a lot of PTSD. I'm getting a lot of PTSD figuring out how to do this stuff. But let's try to solve this with ChatGPT's help. So I got these new error messages. Okay, so resolving dependency conflicts. So use pip to install specific versions. You can manually install the specific versions of the dependency required by the harvester, for example. Okay. Ooh, okay. Use a virtual environment. Creating a new virtual environment can help you isolate the dependencies for the harvester from the rest of your system, allowing you to manage specific versions without affecting other projects. All right. Activate the virtual. Oh man, I used to know. A couple of years ago, I was working a lot with Python virtual environments, but it's been such a long time. I don't remember how to do this anymore. So what I might do, because this is taking quite a while, is I might shelve this. So I might shelve this this problem, and I might come back to it a little bit later, and I might do some research off stream about how to solve all these different Python dependency problems. We're going to switch up to a different topic now, because this doesn't seem to be working out. We're going to switch over to doing HackMyVM Venus Labs over here. So these are some fun Linux-based labs. 8-bit boy says virtual env.env source to install all the packages. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save your message, and I'm gonna put it in my notes, and I'm gonna try investigating this stuff off stream. But thank you very much for your help, 8-bit boy, and thank you very much for your help to It's Hexen as well. I will copy this, and I will make a note that 8-bit boy sent this. Okay, but we're gonna shelve this problem, and we're going to do the Venus Labs. If you want to join in, you can go ahead and navigate to this link right here. This is a lot like doing the Bandit Labs from over the wire, and you access it using SSH. So the current level that we're at is pretty far into the game. If you want to join in from the point where we are, so I'm just going to go to my temp directory. Then you can do SSH Arial at HackMyVM.eu on port 5000. Okay, so I'll provide this link, this command in the chat if you want to join in. And I'm going to change up my overlays. Hold on. Oh man, it still says Hack the Box Lame. So the reason we didn't do Hack the Box Lame like we were scheduled to today is because Hack the Box Lame was free when I was looking at it, but it's no longer free. So I decided not to do it. HackMyVM Venus. Okay, so this is these are the challenges we're doing right now. And let me copy this for everybody in chat who might want to join in. So this is the user and this is the port. It's going to ask you for a password. Oh, wait, is it not port 5000? Hold on. HackMyVM.eu port 5000, unable to connect. Let me double check. Oh, am I not logged in? Hold on. I could have sworn I was logged in. I'm logged in over here, so let me see. Oh, we need to log in again, okay. And the password, let me grab my password. Okay, provide the password. Sign in. Okay, so we're over at the HMV Labs. So Venus, oh, okay, I forgot to add Venus. I forgot to add the subdomain. Okay, let's do that. So it's venus.hackmyvm.eu. Okay, so we need to provide the password. Let me grab my notes. Just a second. Okay, so to anybody who wants to join in, I'm going to provide the password in the chat. That's the password there, and let me provide the exact SSH command we're using to access the server. So I'm going to copy this. So if you want to join in, go ahead and use this username on this port and provide the password that I pasted in the chat just now. Okay. So I do believe I figured out how to solve this challenge. So each time you log into one of these levels for the Venus game, there's going to be a flag over here for the previous level, as well as a mission.txt file right here. And the mission.txt file is going to give you the hint as to how to solve the challenge for that level. So for example, we've got, it seems that Ariel doesn't save the password for Lola. Didn't save the password for Lola. So I guess Lola is the name of the next level. So I'm going to record the next level, which is 27, with the name Lola. But there is a temporal file. So by temporal file, they mean this file right here, this goas.desc.wp file. So when I was doing my research, I found out that that this particular file right here is a temporary file for Vim files, and you can read this by using Vim. And so that's going to be vim-r.goas.swp. Okay, so when we do this, we're going to be able to read this temporary file. Okay, we're going to type enter to continue here. So that's my little dictionary with my old and current passwords. So we've got all these passwords right here. It looks like this one looks like a special one. The passwords could be any of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy all these. And then I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it to format these for us. So we're going to exit. Whoops. To exit, we need to do colon and then QW, colon and then Q, or colon Q bang. I don't use Vim on a regular basis. Does it show? I think it does. Well, we could also do strings.goes.swp, and we see all these passwords over here as well. Okay, so I'm going to copy all this stuff. One of these is going to be the password for the next level, and we know that the user is Lola, Lola. So I'm going to copy this selection, go over to ChatGPT, and then ask it to format it for us. Where were we? Over here. Okay, please delete the arrows from this output. Okay, then I'm going to paste in my output. I'm going to ask it to delete arrows and dashes. Okay, so this is the cleaned up output with the arrows and dashes removed. So I hear that you can use Vim to delete this kind of to reformat these kind of strings as well. As you could probably also use Linux programs like awk and sed to also reformat these and delete these particular characters. But I can use ChatGPT, so I'm just going to use ChatGPT. All right, so these files right here, sorry, these passwords right here, I'm going to throw them into a file over on my temp directory. So I'm nano passwords.txt. And I paste these in, and then I'm going to save my modified buffer. Okay, and then I'm going to try using Hydra to brute force a login as Lola using these passwords right here. Hopefully, I don't know if I should try to brute force, but there's actually not very many passwords, so I think brute forcing should be okay. But I'm kind of worried that I might get IP banned if I try brute forcing the server. But anyways, all right. How do we use Hydra to brute force an SSH login? Okay, so we're brute forcing SSH login as a specific user. Okay, so let's just copy this. So we're going to brute force as the user Lola. And the target IP is going to be venus.hackmyvm.eu. And let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, wait, it's on a specific port. Let's specify. Actually, I think I can just do this. HackMyVM.eu and then specify port 5000 like this. Okay, let's try it one more time. Oh, maybe maybe I need to specify the port in another way. How do we specify a port number? 8-Bit Boy says -S 5000, and it is -S. Okay, great. Thank you very much for the assist, 8-Bit Boy. Thank you. So let's do another redeem just for fun. And what else do I have for my redeems? Oh, I've got go to hack. So this is from South Park.
Mr. Hat, may I please be excused from class?
Well, Kyle,
Yes.
you hear me? You go to
Hack.
You go to
Hack.
You
Have a great day.
All right. I hope everybody in chat is having a great day. Let's try the brute force using the -S flag with the 5000. Oh, hostname required. Hold on. I need to delete this portion. Okay, we got a hit. So this is the correct password right here. So if you are in chat and you're joining along with us, you can use this password for the Lola user. And if you don't want to copy and paste passwords and do it yourself, you can go ahead and do it yourself as well. But all right, so we've got the proper password, and we have. Hold on. So in here, we're just going to exit, and then we're going to SSH as Lola. Whoops. Okay. All right, we need a password. The password is this. Let me grab it. Paste it in. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to exit right here, and I'm going to record. Oh, this is not where we did it. I'm going to record the command we used to brute force, and I'm going to put it in my notes. Okay. All right. So let's start the new level. Okay, so we've got our mission.txt, and we have another file called pages.txt. Let's read the mission file. Okay, the user Celeste has left a list of names of possible .html pages where to find her password. Okay, so the next level, the user is going to be named Celeste. I'm going to put that in my notes. So this password, the password is in the HTML pages. So list of names of possible HTML pages. So I'm going to take a look at pages.txt. Oh, there's quite a few. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. So copy all this, and I'm going to make a little file out of it. And then on my Kali machine, I'm going to create a new file called urls.txt. Okay, and then I'm going to paste in this list right here, save that out. And then I'm going to do a directory brute force. I think that's what we are supposed to do anyways. Let me take a look. So cat mission.txt. So let's list those possible .html pages. So we might have to supply the extension .html in order to find the proper page. And I think we just need to use this domain, venus.hackmyvm.eu. And for example, it might be example.html, right? So it might be this, and we're searching for directory endpoints at this domain right here, right? So let's try this out. So over on our other terminal, we're going to use GoBuster. So this is my typical GoBuster command right here, except that we're going to replace the word list with urls.txt. And we're going to replace the file extension with HTML. And we're going to replace, so it should be an HTTPS site. I could be wrong. It might be, let me just try HTTP first, and if it doesn't work, we'll try HTTPS. So it's going to be venus.hackmyvm.eu. Okay, so let's try this out and see if it works. Okay, so we're scanning for all of these endpoints. Okay, so let's try the same thing, but with HTTPS. So error on running GoBuster, unable to connect to this website. Connection refused. Okay. I think we might have, I'm going to take a look at the, so use your SSH client to connect to Venus using the following data, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the first level because the first level had some information about accessing web pages specifically. So I'm going to go over. So I'm going to exit, and then I'm going to try to log in as to the first level. So the first level is the user hacker. So we're going to go back, hacker, and the password is have fun. Have fun, exclamation point. Okay, I'm going to look at the readme.txt. So first of all, the home of each user, okay, great. Some users can modify the files that are in the folder www. These files are accessible from http venus.hackmyvm.eu. So if you get a user that can modify this file right here, you can put a message in there and it will be reflected in this. Ah, okay. So it is just HTTP. So let's try to, but we tried brute forcing this. We tried brute forcing this one already in HTTP, but we weren't able to get anything. Unless I'm missing something. So it could be that we are not able to access these using. We're not able to access these from the outside. It might be that these web pages are only accessible from inside the server. So let's try logging in as Lola again. So over here. So okay, so there are these web pages right here. Let's take a look at what the permissions are. So nobody can read any of this. I wonder what the solution is. So if anybody in chat has a suggestion as to where we should go from here, that's very much appreciated. Otherwise, I'll just try and keep on banging my head against this. But this is the web page over here. So we've got our HTML, which is usually where we can find these web pages, and there's also this HTM directory. So there's just index.html. So the challenge page, the user Celeste has left a list of names of possible .html pages where to find her password. And we copied all the information from this pages.txt file. Okay, so we're gonna So we're going to try logging back in as Lola. So we weren't able to find the passwords from the outside. We weren't able to find any of these endpoints from the outside by doing directory busting. But I wonder if there's some other way we could look for Okay, let me try asking ChatGPT for some potential advice. So we're solving a CTF challenge. We suspect that there are web pages that are accessible from local access on the server, and we have a list of possible endpoints. How do we use curl to iterate through all of the endpoints in the file to search for a valid endpoint? Okay, so for example, let's say your file is named endpoints.txt. Sure, okay. Write a shell script, okay, and make curl request, create a file named checkendpoints.sh with the following content, okay. And we've got a bunch of bash script over here. Make the script executable, okay. And then run the script. Okay, okay. All right, so let's try this out. So first of all, we need to so we have our file over here, and we need to find a directory where we can write files. So maybe we'll do cd tmp, and then I'm not sure if we can. We're going to try making a directory. So make directory is going to be ... the shy hat, and then we're going to enter that directory. Okay, we have write access here. We do not have write access here. Okay, let's try creating a file. So touch test.txt. Cat. Well, let's try echo test to test.txt. Whoops. Okay, so we're able to write to this directory. So we can create our script inside of here. So what does the script do? Let's take a look at the script that was provided by ChatGPT. So we've got So we've got our endpoints file. Okay, so let's try writing this script file. So we're going to do nano test endpoint .sh. Okay, so and we paste in over here. So endpoints file, we need to specify the file that is in the directory, which is paid. Oh, you know what? We could also just create it here, right? So we're just going to call it url.txt, and then we're going to save this out. Okay, so we're going to change chmod this. And then we're going to create the file that we're using to scan, so urls.txt. Okay. So we're going to copy all this. And then we're going to create the file inside a nano. Okay, and then we're going to try executing the script. Endpoint.sh. Permission denied. Permission denied. Test endpoint.sh. So we're not able to execute this file. We are not able to execute this file. Okay. So I wonder if we could take this if we could take the script file and we could make this a one-liner. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's change the script. The endpoints file to be used is now named url.txt, and let's change the format of the file so that it's a bash one-liner. Given that the url.txt now contains a one-liner with URLs or endpoints separated by spaces, what? You can endpoint separated by spaces, you can adjust the script accordingly. Okay, let's take a look. Here's how you can modify the script to handle the new format. I want to make this script a one-liner. So okay, let me try to explain to ChatGPT what the situation is. We do not have permissions on the server to execute script files. So we need to make the entire script a one-liner. Okay, if you need to run the script as a one-liner due to permission constraints, you can combine the logic into a single command using a combination of cat, zargs, and curl. This is how you can do it. Okay, so, woo boy. All right, so we've got all this. Checks, okay. Ensure that url.txt contains a single line with the list of endpoints separated by spaces. For example, run the one-liner command in your terminal. But what if the url.txt file has the endpoints as separate, has the endpoints on separate lines? Can we adjust the one-liner command? Okay, if the url.txt contains endpoints on separate lines, you can adjust the one-liner command to handle this format. And instead of using zargs to split a single line, you can use zargs to process each line individually. Here's how you can modify the one-liner command for endpoints listed on separate lines. Okay. Ensure url.txt has the endpoints listed on separate lines, for example. Okay. Run the one-liner command in your terminal. Okay, so I think I'm going to need to adjust the contents so that it includes the slash and then the name and then .html at the end, because the instructions kind of imply that these are going to be HTML files. So let's grab this this output stuff. So hold on. So we're going to cat url.txt. Okay, so let's copy all this stuff. Please format these lines so that there is a /prepending the lines and .html. What is the word? Prepending and then added to the end of the lines. Okay, and then we supply the list, and then we ask ChatGPT to format this for us. Huh, okay. Okay, this looks correct. So let's create a file out of this. So I get the feeling that there is a much more simple solution to this problem than what I'm doing, but I've come this far, so I might as well take it to the end. So I'm going to delete the url.txt file, and then I'm going to create a new one. Okay, that is done, and now let's try the one-liner command that was crafted by ChatGPT. Just a second. This one right here. Copy this code, and let's run this. Okay, so we did it, guys. Wow, amazing. So okay, 8-Bit Boy says there is Venus in the / etc. host. We get something from that if we do curl Venus, but it is not the password at the next level. Other than that, no idea. Tried most of the things, all 404s. Oh wait, really? Yeah, it worked. It worked. We found the localhost webpage by doing our iterative bash command. Okay, so let's curl this. This took quite a while. Yeah, it's localhost. Okay, but yeah. All right, let's curl this thing. There's the password. Okay. Man, that was that took some doing. Okay, so this is the password for the next level. I'm going to paste it in. To anybody who's looking for the password, there's the password over in chat. If you're not looking for that password, please feel free to ignore it. Okay, so this was the one-liner command that we used. I'm just going to copy this for my notes. And I'm going to add this over here. So this was done in the temp directory. Reformatted file. Okay. All right, so that was it. Okay, so we can log into the next level as the Celeste user. Let's do that. Okay, hold on. So I think we can just switch users over to Celeste with this password. Copy, paste, and we're in. So we need to go over to the home directory. All right, so we have our mission.txt. Let's take a look. So the user Celeste has access to MySQL, but oh geez, okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to use MySQL to access the password. So it's gonna be The user has access to MySQL, but for what? Okay. I haven't used. So MySQL, what port is it running on? So it's going to be PS. Oh no, we can't do this. Netstat, Tulpin. Netstat is not found. Maybe PS? We can't use PS. So maybe we can just specify to use MySQL and it's going to default to a port. Anyway, okay, MySQL. Access denied for user Celeste at localhost. Has access to MySQL, but for what? Do we need to do this from? Do we need to do this from outside of the server? Using password? No. Oh, do we need to provide a password? Okay, so let me. Hi, ChatGPT. We're trying to use MySQL locally. What is the syntax for the command? We have a username and a password. Okay, so my user, username, and -p, and then it's going to prompt us for the password, probably. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, -p. We're going to enter our password. I've got my password here. Let me copy it. Okay, paste it in. We're in. Okay, nice. Show databases. Show database. Show database is. Okay. So we've got information schema and we've got Venus. Use Venus. Database changed. Okay. Next we have to show tables. Show tables people. Okay. From people. Oh, select, right. Select star from people. Okay, so we've got a bunch of users and we've got a bunch of passwords, but we don't know which one is the next. Oh, okay, it might be this. It might be haha. No. I don't know. I don't know. So we don't know who is a valid user on the system. We could try looking at the p password file on the system and then grep for these users, right? So let me grab this. Okay, so I'm going to grab this entire list right here. And then I'm going to try to reformat it using ChatGPT. Okay, so this is the list right here. What we need to do is we just need to get we could probably format this using I think it's awk. We could use awk. Let me copy all this to a file first. So I'm going to grab the entire table. And then I'm going to create a file on my Kali machine. Let's see, this is the people table, people.txt. And paste this all in. Okay. So we could probably use awk or sed or something like that to just grab out the usernames. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT over here. Hold on. So first of all, I'm gonna get rid of all this. How do we use a Linux command to extract only the names in the what is the name of the column again? The name of the column is user. Okay, and then we submit this and then ask it the question. To format the given list with a no, this is not what we're looking for. To format the given list with a / prepended in the no, we don't. No, that's not it. We no longer want a / prepended to the lines, nor do we want .html appended to the end of the. We just want the names from the user column. Okay, given the data you've provided, running the command will produce this list right here. Okay, so this is actually what we're looking for. So we're going to grab this and copy it. But we're also going to grab the command that was provided over here, because this looks like it could be handy to put in my notes. But first, we're going to create the file. So inside of here, we're going to exit, and then we're going to move into our tmp /.shy the shy hat directory, and then here we're going to create the file, and it's going to be called users.txt. Okay, I'm going to paste in all the names, and then we're going to save this out. What? Permission denied? Oh, you know what? I might need to. Right, because this directory is owned by another user, so I might need to create a new one. So I'm going to make dir the shy hat 2, and then I'm going to enter the directory. Okay. And then paste it in, save it out. Okay, so we've got the file in here. Good. Okay, so thank you very much for following Numplex on Twitch. We will give you a redeem. It's been a while since we've done all the things. This is the nerdcore rap song from Dual Core. All the things, drink all the booze, and hack all the things.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo.
Thank you very much for following, Numplex, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Okay, so we've got our list of users over here. We need to compare this against the users in the password list. So if we were to do cat, etc. password, we've got all these users right here. We're trying to find one of these users in this file that also matches the users in this file right here. Okay, so let's okay. So before we do that, I need to grab this this command over here that uses that is going to grab all this information and strip all this stuff out. We're going to copy that, and I'm going to put this in my notes. To everybody who wants to take a look at this command yourself, I'm going to paste it in the chat. Hopefully, it doesn't get filtered. All right. So we're doing Celeste. And to get into MySQL, we have to specify this command. Okay, let's get on with it. So how do we compare? We cheat. We asked ChatGPT how to do this. We have two files, one named users.txt with a list of potential users on the system, and we also have the etc. password file. We want to check which users on the users.txt file are also in the /etc/password file. How do we achieve this? Okay, to check which users listed in the users.txt file also exist in the /etc/password file, you can use grep or com commands to compare the two lists. This is how you can achieve this. So there's one, So extract usernames from etc/password, okay? Usernames are the first field. Extract these usernames using cut D, okay? And we can put it in password users. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So, okay, let's run this command to get a list of users from the password file. Okay, so we've got the users only from the password file. Next, this command will create a password users.txt file containing only the usernames from password etc/password. We're going to compare users.txt with password users.txt. Use grep to find which users which are also present in password users.txt. Okay. Okay, so some of these look like previous users. So some of these look like users from previous levels. So we need to figure out which of these users I could probably search. I've got my notes file, and inside of my notes file, I've got all of the commands that we use to solve the levels. I could probably search and see if these previous levels are inside of my notes over here, and try to deduce which users we're looking for over here, right? The problem is that that these usernames are not they're not numbered, so I need to manually look for them. So that's kind of a pain. So let's start with the first name on the list alphabetically, Emma. So Emma's not on the list, so that's a potential. It could be Emma. I'm gonna make note of that. Okay, and then I'm going to search for Victoria. I'm pretty sure Victoria was one of the previous users. Oh, Victoria was not? Was she not? Oh, that complicates things. Wait, hold on. No, Victoria was. Victoria was one of the previous users. Let me check if Emma was. Emma was one of the previous users as well. Okay. Let's see. Let's check if Violet is on the list. So Violet is also on the list. Next, let's just check for Anna. Anna is on the list. Let's check Nina. I think Nina was on the list as well. Okay, I can't find the Nina user, so that might be that's a candidate for the next level. So let me put that in my notes. That's Nina. So the next name on the list is Maya. I don't think I've seen this name either. Maya. Okay, so Maya is on the list, and Maria, I'm pretty sure, is one of the previous users. So let's search for Maria. Okay, so maybe Maria. So we've got three names that it could potentially be. It could be Nina. It could be Maya. Or it could be Maria. So we need to figure out which one of these what the passwords are associated with these three names. Okay, so let's look back at the MySQL. Actually, no, we don't need to, because I've saved it over here. So we're going to print this out. Huh, there's also a Nina. So Nina doesn't exist in the password list, so we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to cat this out. We're going to grep out Nina. Whoops. Command, oh, no, we need to grep. Grep, thank you. Grep. Okay, so Nina has this password, so I'm going to record this. And I'm going to put it next to Nina. Okay, then we're going to grep for Maya. And Maya doesn't have a password. Wait, is Maya not on this list? how did we get the name Maya? That's weird. That's weird. Okay. Anyways, let's grep for the last name on the list, which is Maria. So Maria's... How did we get Maya and Maria? Is there something I'm missing here? That's okay, okay. But anyways, it turns out that that Nina is on the list, and Nina has a password, which is this. So this is probably the user that we have to become in the next level. Okay, so let's. So this is level 29, and the user is Nina, and the password is this. So I'm going to type in the chat just in case you want to follow along. Okay, so let's try logging in as Nina. And it's going to ask us for the password. We're going to supply it. This is so scuffed. Okay, we're going to go to the home directory. All right, so this is probably going to be the last mission for the night. Because it's getting pretty close to 11 p.m. where I am, and I don't want to stream too late. But thank you very much to everybody who's watching and participating, and yeah, I appreciate you all, and I hope you're having fun hacking. So let's take a look at this mission. So the user Kira is hiding something in this page right here. Okay, so Kira is the next level. I'm going to record that in my notes. So that is level 30, and this is the Kira user. Okay, so it's http:/localhost method.php. They're hiding something here. So first of all, our first instinct is just curl this. So we're going to copy this URL, and then we're going to curl it. And let's see what happens. What? It says, I don't like this method. I don't like this method? All right. So... Okay, so there's probably some sort of PHP code in here, but for some reason, when we just use curl, so let's try curl with the very verbose to see if that doesn't help us out very much. I don't like this method. It's called method.php. There's clearly something that we're not seeing here. The user Kira is hiding something in this method.php. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah. 8-bit boy, thank you very much. Focus on the method for the HTTP request. That's great advice. Thank you. So this, so we just tried to retrieve this using the get method. We could try another HTTP method to try to access this page, and it might give us a different result. So we could try the let's see. So I don't. Let's just ask for the curl command using curl. How do we specify different HTTP methods? Okay, x post or x get, x post. We could also do a put request or delete request for patch. So let's try head. So head or options might be the ticket here. Okay, so curl, and then we're going to still use very verbose. We're going to do x head and see if we get something different. Setting custom HTTP method to head with X might not work with the warning wave that you want. Consider using I or dash head instead. Okay? So let's do dash head instead. Okay, so head. So we didn't get anything special using head. We could try options. Okay, so we tried using options and we got the same kind of thing. So we tried using the head option, but that didn't really get us anything special either. So let's see. So there's a patch request, head request, options request. Oh, we could also specify get and see if that gives us any specific output. So let's specify get. So specifying get didn't get us anything specific over here. Get is already in for. Let's try posting something. So let's try a post request. And we need to specify some sort of body inside of the post request. So let's see what the syntax is for post request. Okay, so it's -d to specify something. So let's just try this and see if something. There's also put. There's also post. Okay. So let's try our post request. So it's still the same. It unnecessary use of X or dash request post is already inferred. So 8-bit boy, if you solved this this challenge already, if you could give us a hint, that would be appreciated. But otherwise, we're just gonna. But thank you very much for the suggestion on focusing on the method for the HTTP request. What other methods could we try? 8-bit boy says asked you to put the password on the console. Password on the console. Password on the console. Oh, okay. Password on the console. Oh, put the password. Put the password. So it would be the put method. And so let's try put with the. Okay. Wow. It's getting late. This was okay. Thank you very much for the help, 8-bit boy. I'm gonna record this for my notes. This curl command, and then I'm going to record the password. Okay, so this is the password. We got it with the put method. Put is some. I've never actually used the a put request using a web application before. So this is what we're here to learn. We're here to learn about new things. So to anybody in chat who's just interested in getting the password, this is the password for the next level. Okay, and I will record the password in my notes. But yeah, that was a great read by 8BitBoy, picking up that we're looking for specific HTTP methods as far as how we access this page is concerned. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so that's all we're doing for today. We managed to pick up how many new levels did we finish today? I think we finished 1, 2, 3, 4. We finished 4 levels today, and we got up to level 30 in the Venus game. Thank you very much to everybody who participated in chat, our good friends 8BitBoy, as well as our friend on YouTube, It's Hexen. Thank you very much to you two. And let's see if we can raid somebody. We're always looking to support the InfoSec community. There's a great website called infosecstreams.com, which you can access from this URL, and it's going to list out all of the online InfoSec hackers. It looks like there is a Spanish-speaking hacker online right now. Unhacker in capital. Let's take a look at what they're doing. Okay, load this really quick. I've never used Kali to load up Twitch before, so this is a new experience. So we have to wait 30 seconds to see what they're doing. What are they doing? Inicio and what is this name? Oh, cybersecurity. Something in cybersecurity. Let's copy this and see what this says in Google Translate. Home in cybersecurity. Okay, great. So where were we? So we're going to raid this person over here. I would appreciate a lot if you could stick around for the raid, especially if you speak Spanish. If you don't speak Spanish, I'm I'm not saying that you have to watch this person's stream, but we're trying to support people in cybersecurity. So we try to raid cybersecurity creators where we can. So we're going to create a raid for this person. Actually, before we do that, we're just going to do one last Hack the Planet.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet! Shut up and get it.
And then we're going to set up the raid. This is Unhackin' Capital. But thank you very much to everybody who came by. We're going to take the weekend off, and we're going to be back on Monday. So everybody have a great weekend, and until next time, happy hacking.